Taxpayers come from all walks of life and from every corner of the globe. You don't have to be a U.S. citizen to owe U.S. taxes or to claim a refund, but you do need a taxpayer identification number. U.S. citizens use Social Security numbers to file their taxes. Aliens with U.S. tax responsibilities must use individual taxpayer identification numbers. To apply for an individual taxpayer identification number, or ITIN, applicants must complete and submit a Form W-7 to the IRS, along with a valid federal tax return or other necessary documentation. During the peak filing season, the service processes tens of thousands of W-7s every day. The process begins in the mailroom, where incoming mail is automatically sorted and opened. W-7 forms are extracted from their envelopes and a preliminary sort is performed using unique workstations called sorting tables. Payments are removed and routed through a remittance processing system to ensure deposit of revenue within 24 hours. If a primary SSN is not present and cannot be determined, the payment is processed by the accounting function using the manual deposit process to post it to the unidentified account. The W-7s and their attachments are then sent to the ITIN operation, where clerks count the applications, perform a more thorough sort, and bundle them by type into batches. The batches are placed on carts and logged into the ITIN computer system, which tracks their movement through the ITIN process. Tax examiners then work the batches on a first-in, first-out basis. They review each W-7 for accuracy and enter application data into the ITIN computer system. Based on the data entered, the ITIN system designates a status for each application: assign, suspense, or reject. An application receives the assign status and is assigned an ITIN if all W-7 information is accurate, 2 of the 13 acceptable identification documents are present, and the tax return, if attached, is signed and valid. When the ITIN system assigns an ITIN to an application, it generates a notice that is sent to both the applicant and the certifying acceptance agent, notifying them of their new number. The tax examiner enters the number on the attached tax return. Clerks then disassemble the application and attach a status sheet containing a document locator number to the W-7, which is then archived at a federal records center. Route the tax return to the IRS submission processing operation and return any original documents, such as passports or birth certificates, to the applicant. An application receives the suspense status when it is missing key information. The ITIN system assigns a case reference number to the application and generates a notice that is sent to both the applicant and the certifying acceptance agent. The notice includes the case reference number and details about the missing information. The application is stored in a secure holding area, and the applicant has 45 days to respond. When a response is received, it is associated with the application using the case reference number. The application then returns to the tax examining unit for review and, if complete, assignment of an ITIN. The most common reasons ITIN applications receive the suspense status are: the W-7 is not signed by either the applicant or the acceptance agent, or both. Supporting documentation that proves they should not be required to submit a tax return is not attached to the W-7. The name on the application does not match the name on the attached tax return. The date of entry into the U.S. is missing from the W-7. The applicant's foreign address or country is not provided when required in Box 3 of the W-7. A Certificate of Accuracy, or COA, is not attached. A COA is not signed by the responsible officer. Supporting identification document codes are missing or unacceptable. The date of birth is missing from the application. An application receives the reject status when the W-7 is not accurate, the supporting documentation or tax return is invalid, or a timely response was not received for an application in suspense status. The ITIN system generates a notice that is sent to both the applicant and the certifying acceptance agent detailing the reason for the rejection. Any original documents are returned to the applicant. The most common reasons ITIN applications receive the reject status are: the original tax return is invalid or no return is attached. The applicant has already been assigned an ITIN or already has an SSN. The name or tax ID number of the primary applicant is invalid or missing. The supporting identification documentation has expired. The supporting exception documentation is invalid. An employer identification number or an agent's office code is missing. Let's review the ITIN application process. Mail is opened. Forms are initially sorted. And payments are deposited. ITIN applications move to the ITIN operation, where they are counted, further sorted, and batched. Tax examiners review each application and input W-7 data into the ITIN computer system. The ITIN system assigns a status to each application. Complete applications are assigned an ITIN and their associated tax returns are sent on for processing. Incomplete applications are suspended in anticipation of additional information from the applicant. An application is rejected if it is inaccurate or invalid. The men and women of the Service's ITIN operation are dedicated to ensuring that ITINs are issued timely to qualifying individuals. That dedication, in turn, supports the IRS mission of providing America's taxpayers with top-quality service.